La Republic. They already represent the shame we have. The Anabazona Governing Council represent our strength, who we really are as a people. For all this year, the IG don't always struggle for try to replicate which way authority mean for our people by presenting themselves like Paul Biya, people driving with big car, addressing the country in very perfect English, have people that are all doctors, degree this, degree that, and all those things, as good as they are in the eyes of men, at the end it all leads to disaster. Look at where Siseko is today. To go and tell them that our uprising is based on lies. And the evidence Kawala was going to present to researchers in the United States was that Siseko lied that the United Nations is coming. So the uprising of our people will be meant for show their embrace for separation. Siseko, he go turn and for put life on top. That lie is sabotage. You get Carson and Nyangwe travel go for America. For go stay for America for attend the conclave for sign document them. He go stay with Madame Gassa. Madame Gassa, na ex-wife for Tatterson, the chief spy for Cameroon ready for Nigeria. The same person will arrest Siseko Ayoktabi. It is stay for a spy house, the spy, he no even know. So even though Carson and Yangwe he get sense na doctor, they don't understand how things they work in modern days. You go for Nigeria, they don't come around for Nigeria, they want go stay for Abuja. Awason, Dr. Awason, Professor Awason, time I go for Nigeria, it take me less than 1,000 US dollar to bribe, get investigator, they identify me, all members of Cameroon embassy, all those who are working with their military attaché, and their spies they are using in Abuja. One francophone there who helped Professor Awasong and most of the leaders of the Naira 10, those cabinet members of Siseko. The francophone girl was a Cameroon spy working for the Cameroon embassy. I paid that girl less than $100 for her to tell me everything. He helped them to rinse their house. The Cameroon spies were sleeping with some of those people who are married in Abuja, francophones. They did not even take time to even think about their security, to understand that Cameroon will be spying on them. People will be reaching out to them that are working for Cameroon government. Today, they are thinking that somebody from inside helped Cameroon government to bring them down. It's just pure incompetence that cannot lead us to anywhere. Goodwill alone will end us in Konengi. It will end with shattered dreams of our people. The Naira, they know to Zaria, where we created the IG. We were, I think, about 7 of us. Today, they are trying to paint that Ambazonian people were there to vote for Siseko. No, it was just the friends of Siseko who were there. You can imagine Ayabachu and all those constituent members who created Skakuf were kicked out of that meeting. When we traveled the whole day, about 7-hour drive, we went to Zaria. Everybody, Siseko, everybody was just going to the hotel, sleeping, lying down, comfortably making noise like we are there to make party. It was Pa Fongalafo who called me and said, Capo, come here. I like the way you always talk. Let me show you something. We have to look for our security. When Siseko and everybody was sleeping, just me, Pa Fongalafo, at night, we went around, look at the periphery around that place. He said, if police people are coming this way, where can we? He was conscious about his security. Siseko was not conscious. He was careless because he did not have proper concept of how intelligence, how security work. He don't know what is at stake. He don't know you are playing with fire. When you want independence, you have to be very careful. You are fighting a war. It's not propaganda or baseless propaganda for that sake. So these people are incompetent. They are good people. I had Siseko. I love him. He's a good man. He's a nice man, a wonderful family. I remember even when the wife came to me, Lilian, she was crying. That look at what Eric Tato was doing to the husband, Mark Barata, what they were trying to do to protect Sako. The same people, today you see Siseko come out of when the Cameroon government, they wanted to drag Siseko into a direct negotiation to suppress the negotiation that was going on within the system that was going on outside. The Catholic Church called Gili Gili, who was an activist working in the SCBC, allow her to come to Cameroon without arrest, sent her to meet Siseko. She went there putting money on her breast. 400,000, I know the exact amount, 400,000. give that money to Siseko. Siseko was receiving that money. He could not even question how will this girl arrive there in prison. The next day, they have cajoled him and dragged him into the Calic premises to meet Eko, the same people who took him from Nigeria. So these people don't know what they are doing. They really don't know. They are good people who they want to, like you see in self-defense, they'll come, they want self-defense today. They'll gather money, 2,000, give to one soldier here, give to one soldier there, sit down. Look, in Mavas, Opopo have been killed. Problems here and there, even in Bui, in the hometown of Yerima. He's not doing anything. He stays quiet. People are dying every day. They don't do anything. They just call the name president. You want to help refugees. You want to help Amazonia. You are helping refugees. You cannot be community school. Show us one community school that you have helped. Zero. But you are fighting that they should carry the name of Siseko there. When we want to carry the name of Siseko as the face of the revolution, they say, no, it's my president. Hey, you are AGC. Don't carry this one. So these people have to just stay aside and let Ayabacho lead this thing. Let us lead this thing to freedom and let everybody come in and have the party. They should stop this nonsense. It's distracting. Where are they?
Yeah, so
IG.
So DDC.
You can imagine for 1 year, for 1 year, the budget of the IG that's spent in Konengi for 1 year, 40 million CFR. For this year,
DDC,
even after the conviction, after the conviction,
it's 54, DDC is 54
million. You are asking for 54 million in jail. So if La Republic is wise, they will just continue to make you people cases so that you keep on asking money, gather that money. To do what? I heard they are paying for conjugal visit there for over 150,000 for conjugal visit. So you are there gathering all that money for 1 year. That will give how many AK on the ground? That's about 20 AK on the ground for 1 year. So for 4 years, you have gathered money for more than all Amazonian forces there to eat. And then you want us to call you Mandela. For goodness sake, Ambazonia, Siseko is not Mandela. We wish we had Mandela. Because Mandela was in the prison, was a unifying figure that was bringing people together. Mandela was there. He refused to hire lawyers. And he represented himself. He just had one counsel who was voluntary. He volunteered himself. Mandela was there in prison, empowering the leaders who were outside. Siseko in prison is not even giving intelligence to Yerima. As a matter of fact, a case that I was involved, I gathered, they gave me research material from Konengi and issue concerning classified issue. I went to have a conversation with Yerima, and Yerima took it back to Siseko. They were very angry with me that why are you sharing classified material with this man? So Yerima is outside there like a puppy. They are hiding. He doesn't even know what is happening. In the Swiss deal, Yerima was already there. It was us who called Siseko and tell them that what are you guys involved in before they called him back and he was running away from it. So these guys are really not doing anything, and they have to just Siseko have to just focus in prison and try to live keep his sanity together and abandon this thing. You know, he has failed us to become the next Mandela. He's not a Mandela in prison. I think we have re-engaged Manchu BBC with conversation, and we have seen him coming out to be who he is. He was there. He was a lion man. He went there. Abobala met him and transformed him into a puppet. And they used him to sabotage the school boycott. And Siseko went there. He also changed. But now he's seen the lion outside. He's seen the Akamanso. He's seen us fighting out there. And immediately we have a conversation with him. He did not make 1 week. He come out bold. And he, I think, is even a better representation of a prisoners of war than Siseko have been. Who is having meeting, but say nothing to encourage the people. Mancho BBC have said that fight. Our boys are doing good job. Fight. Why can't Siseko not release audio? So let us focus to liberate our people.
So DDC, DDC, look, the work that you and I have done, unbiased, when the image of Siseko was battered in the public, from the Mark Barretta to the Eric Tato, to everybody that have moved to go eat the La Republique money from Sako, the Musonge money from Sako. You remember?
Exactly.
They all went against Siseko, projecting Sako, because at that time, there was nobody to defend Siseko. You and I were the only two Ambazonians that stood up, defended the image of this man, defended his character, defended his family. Look, I did those things not because I'm from Manyo. I did those things because it was the right thing to do. Not because I wanted favor. I don't need favor from anybody. I mean that just because I speak good of you when necessary, based on facts, does not mean that I cannot criticize you. And if I criticize Ayoktabe, Siseko Ayoktabe Julius, it is based on the weaknesses of his organization, not his person.
This is nothing personal. It's nothing personal with Sako. It's nothing personal with Siseko. It's nothing personal with Mr. Yerima. But when I look at the life of the young men that we have lost on this battlefield, they look at Cross and Die. The young man, I cannot imagine the time we call, we talk, we laugh, we plan mission and stuff like that. Look at General Commander Talk and Do. When I look at the sacrifices these people are making, I look at the sacrifices that us in the diaspora and the system is making. Mama Wali, Cho, and all those who spend hours and hours to make sure these boys are in good spirit, they are encouraged, they have what it needs for them to take the battle to the enemy. And when we fight all this battle, and then I come back, I see somebody like Yerima, he goes online and he says that what they are doing is kidnapping for ransom. I will crush you. I will crush you. Siseko should know that if you try to delegitimize what we are doing for our country with good heart, I will crush you. There will be no limits to what I can do for this country. I'm ready for everything. I've given my life for this country to see it through. And if you stand on our way, even when we try to pull you along, you think you can call for the killing of these young men, the assassination of forces that have been trained and taken oath to defend the country under our flag. You think you can ask for the assassination, you can bribe our forces, when you are not even capable of educating them. And you want to use these guys to gather money and go and give to Konengi for people to do whatever they want to do with it. We allow you to do your Robagon drama and all those type of stuff. You do your My Trip to Buea, we even support you. Don't interrupt this liberation struggle. We cried enough for General Mba Ivor. We have risked the life of General Efang. We see our young men give their life for idiots to come and say rubbish about them and think that they are entitled to be the president of Amazonia. I want to assure you, Yerima, I want to assure Siseko Ayoktabe that you are not capable, and we know. You are not competent, and we know. If you were competent to be a president, you could have been able to build a single hospital. By now, you have not. You spend time giving money to refugees because you can go there and show show the world that you have people around you. The same time, you know that by doing so, you are taking away the international responsibility for them. And I'll say this to Siseko Ebine. You gather money that you are sending to Bamenda for the people who have lost their house in Bamenda there along Bengui Road. At the same time, you are not even aware that the World Food Program have visited all those families. They are providing them direct assistance, including petty cash. So, you are claiming that you have coordinator in Bamenda, but that tells you that the people you are trying to help are receiving help from the international community. So you will be scammed, not because you have a bad heart, but because you are blinded by your elitism, bigmanism, biarism. It should end. Look at what we are doing for our country. Look at the commitment we have for our country. Look at the strategy we have put on the table. And stop this witchcraft of looking for an alternative leadership that do not exist. Some of you, by default, are now helping La Republique because you want to bring Ayabacho down, or you don't want him to rise in a certain level. not knowing that for him to rise, it means Ambazonia will rise. For the ADF to win means Ambazonia will win. We are not fighting for the ADF. We are not. Who is the ADF? It is for Ambazonia. Ayabacho was not even thinking of ruling the country. But right now, Ambazonia will, the ADF is going to set up a government on the ground. Ayabacho will rule that country and set up institutions that will guarantee democracy. Why? Because Seseko, you had a chance to build a democratic organization. You failed. You brought in your friends. You kicked out the people who gave you power. You pretend that it was Ambazonia who voted you as president when there was nobody there representing any significant community of Ambazonia. Sako, the same thing. You cannot even respect your own oath of office. You took an oath for 2 years. You cannot respect it. So Seseko and Sako are a danger to our democracy and our freedom. If these people were to become the leaders of Ambazonia, for their own vision of goodness, their own goodness in their heart, they will turn Ambazonia to be North Korea. And they should know that it will not happen. We are going to liberate the country. Those who partner with us to liberate that country are going to be the ones who are going to be in charge of that country to set up a democratic system of government that will guarantee equal opportunity for all. No entitlement. Nobody will become a president because you are from Atlantic State or from Savannah State, or you are from whatever village you are. It will end. In Ambazonia, anybody who is competent, who can give us a result, will be given the chance to serve. They have made the Ambazonia Governing Council, who have the highest officials from the Atlantic State, to look like a Bamenda issue. As a matter of fact, there are more people in the Atlantic State, in the Ambazonia Governing Council, than in the Savannah State. Dr. Nyi is from Lebialem. Our former spokesperson, Tapang Ivo, is from Lebialem. The PS is from Omoyojo, the same place with Seseko Ayoktabi. You have the Dr. Ayamba, who is the Secretary of State. You have Ayamba Etam, ADF. We have more officials from the Atlantic State than the Savannah State, but they are painting this type of image.
Like we have HHS.
Akosong. The HHS. So, yeah, Akosong. So they are painting this fake image of us. They have created fake Facebook for us, misrepresenting us, and they even call us a government, that we are also a government, when we have not claimed any exclusive right. Even our transitional authority, which is going to be a form of government on the ground, will not claim exclusive right. We will still accommodate any diverse view which are nationalists within areas that we control and in areas that we will partner with them. That is how it's going to be, and so shall it be. We have